Hi there, Satish. Let's see what you had to say on today's essay topic. Men staying at home, women working. Here's what you wrote. In the contemporary world, women are getting equal rights in terms of getting education and career perspectives as well, resulting in more opportunities for them to work and allowing men to stay home to take care of their children. I strongly believe that taking care of the offspring along with working is equal responsibilities of both the parents. In this essay, we'll discuss about the main reasons behind surging ratio of working women along with its impacts. Okay. On the whole, I liked this. I thought you covered the main points. You included everything you needed to include. If there was one thing I wanted to comment on, it's some of the grammar and some of the naturalness, there we go, of how you have written. So to begin, I thought this sentence was a little long and maybe a little overly complicated. Let's take one more look at it and see what we could have done to maybe streamline it a little bit. In the contemporary world, women are gaining equal rights in terms of education and career, resulting in more opportunities for them to work and allowing men to stay home to take care of their children. Well, that was an easy fix. All we really did was just take away a few extra words, and I think it works better that way. I strongly believe that taking care of... Now, this I didn't really understand. This is not the essay. This is not really what they asked you to talk about. They are telling you what's happened. They're telling you that men are staying home with their kids and women are working more and more. Okay? So this is the trend. And they're not asking you to comment whose responsibility the children are, but simply why is this trend happening and if it's positive or negative. Okay? So they didn't ask you whose responsibility. So now, then in this essay, I will discuss the main reasons behind this trend and not its impacts. They didn't ask about that. But whether they asked the reasons and whether you think it's positive or negative. Okay, so they very clearly laid out for you two questions that they want you to answer, and that's what you have to focus on in this essay. So it should have been, in this essay, I will discuss the main reasons behind this trend, as well as why I believe it is positive, or why it's negative, or something, okay? But that's what you need to be doing here. Let's continue. To commence with the reasons behind increased rates of working females is women's empowerment. This initiative gives women equal rights to get educated and build a career of their own choices, making them independent or even earning enough for their entire family. Moreover, if I don't use the word lady, it's a little not so great here. Moreover, if a woman has got more potential, singular, in terms of earning for her family, men do not need to go out to work and may prefer doing home chores along with taking care of their children. In fact, both the males and females are giving each other enough freedom by breaking the old stereotype beliefs. Stereotypical beliefs, FS, where a woman has to stay home to take care of her family. Okay. So what are you telling us? Women's empowerment, they're getting better career, they're getting better education, as a result getting a better career, and if they're earning more, their men don't need to work. So they stay home. Okay, I would say that covered the reasons fairly well. Let's continue. Nonetheless, this development has got many benefits, here, especially for the females, if we think about the practicality, especially for taking care of infants. It is believed that due to some of the reasons, mother cannot be replaced by the father. Okay, so you kind of lost me here. You definitely lost coherence in this sentence, so it needs to be rewritten. We'll talk about it in a little bit. The foremost reason is the physical abilities of the mother. Breastfeeding, for example, which cannot be possible without a mother. That's not a full sentence, that's a fragment. Furthermore, newborns are believed to be more attached to their mothers over their fathers. Hence, comma, here, mother plays, the mother plays a crucial role in the initial development of their babies. All right, let's see. So are you telling us that it's a negative development? Is that what we're supposed to understand? Because you never really said that. All you said is that, yeah, there are benefits for women, but guess what? Mothers cannot be replaced. So what I want to know is basically you still haven't answered the question whether you think this is, on the whole, a positive or a negative development. So an examiner could turn around to you and say that this is somewhat off topic. Okay? All right, so that's the first problem. The second problem is as you clearly saw, there were problems with grammar, especially this first sentence. It was too long. I really want you to avoid these sentences that go into that third line. They just become very cumbersome and very easy to make mistakes on. So avoid this. Let's look at how you could have possibly done this. Nonetheless, despite, I don't know, I kind of want to put a despite there. You know what, let me do it. Despite the fact that this development has got many benefits for females, if we think about the practicality of the issue, in many cases, mothers cannot be replaced by fathers. Okay? And then you can go into all this detail. Then you could say something like, the foremost reason is the physical abilities of the mother. For example, breastfeeding is not possible without the mother. Okay? Let's see. Furthermore, newborns are believed to be more attached to their mothers over their fathers. Fine. Hence, okay, and then the rest of it is fine. So, like I said, this paragraph has a couple of problems. One of them was grammar. The other one is the fact that it really feels off topic, or at least somewhat off topic. And all you did was focus on this issue of infants. I mean, okay, great. So after infancy, why shouldn't a mother go out to work and then the father can stay home? I mean, what is infancy? Really, it's 1 year. So I don't really feel like these are terribly strong arguments. Okay? But again, for me, even more important here is the fact that you didn't really answer the question. Is it positive? Is it negative? I mean, state it for us clearly. To summarize, working opportunities for women, let's see, is a good initiative. How about this? Let's see, to summarize, working opportunities for women are a good initiative, I guess so, and should be followed in the future, but for a certain period of time, the infants should be taken care of by their mothers. Once they reach a certain age, get rid of at. It is their equal responsibility to take care of their children while working for their family. Okay. Again, not really on topic, this whole thing about equal responsibilities. It's not what they asked you to answer. Okay, so you just really have to be careful about that. Especially with these two question essay topics, you need to just directly answer that and not something related to that. Okay. All right, let's move on. It was good, but it had those weaknesses. So let's continue to the damage from the moving company. Dear Sir, Madam, This really should be capitalized, the S and the M. I am writing this letter to lodge a complaint regarding improper handling of my belongings while moving my home furnishings from Mumbai to Delhi. Last week, you can't say I have been because you've specified when, so you need to use past simple here. Last week, I was transferred to Delhi for my office work. As we were living in Mumbai and we were planning to settle down in Delhi, we wanted to shift all of our belongings, including furniture, crockery, and some of the antique items we bought as souvenirs, from our various holiday trips. For this, we rented your services for the smooth migration of our valuables. We had a big glass chandelier in our living room. I personally informed the staff about taking extra care, no Anne here, because of its delicacy. However, some of the workers were not, don't use a contraction here, this is a formal letter, we're not paying attention to it seriously. You know what? There's no reason to use this tense here. It should be some of the workers did not pay serious attention to it, even after reminding them multiple times, and they eventually broke it. The chandelier was imported and I paid an exorbitant price for it. Thankfully, I had insured all such items, get rid of all such items earlier. Thankfully, I had insured all such items earlier so as to cover the loss of it. However, I want you to take some strict action for such negligence and make sure similar incidents without the do not take place in the future. Okay. I look forward to hearing back from you. Yours faithfully. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I want to look at this. Okay, so did you say where and when? Yes, you did. What's your complaint? You explained it. Did you suggest a reasonable solution? Not really. I mean, it was rather vague. I wouldn't say it was reasonable. You said, I want you to take some strict action. So to me, that's not a reasonable solution. That's a suggestion. Okay? It certainly doesn't solve your problem, doesn't solve the fact that you lost it. It seems like you yourself have solved your problem because you had these items insured. So some of this you can see is not particularly relevant to the question. What could potential solutions have been? You could have said the chandelier was imported and I paid an exorbitant price for it. Attached to this letter, you will find the receipt for the chandelier. I am requesting that you replace the price of the chandelier. I have also attached my bank information for your convenience. I look forward to the swift resolution of this issue. Thank you very much in advance. That would be a reasonable solution. Okay? But what you did here doesn't really count as a solution. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Satish, so be careful, please, with some of this task achievement. It seems to be the big issue in both essays today. So I want you to be aware of that and work on it in your next set, okay? Best of luck to you, and I'll be looking forward to your next set.